Hello learners, I welcome all of you to my YouTube channel Dr. Anu's Literary Caliber. If you are a student of BA English, MA English, B.Ed, preparing for UGC NET, SET, TRB or any other competitive examination in English literature, this video series is specially designed for you. Today we are beginning one of the most fascinating journeys in English literature, the history of English literature. Before we study individual writers and literary works, it is important to understand the different periods or ages into which English literature is divided. Just as human life has different stages such as childhood, youth, adulthood and old age, English literature has also evolved through different literary ages. Every age reflects the political, social, religious and cultural conditions of its time. Therefore, understanding these literary periods helps us appreciate why writers wrote in a particular style and why certain themes became popular. In this video, let us get a bird's eye view of the 10 ages of English literature. The first age is the Old English period from 450 to 1066. This is the earliest stage of English literature. It is also called the Anglo-Saxon period because England was inhabited by the Angles, Saxons and Jutes. The literature of this period mainly consists of heroic poetry celebrating bravery, loyalty and warfare. The greatest literary work of this age is Beowulf, one of the oldest surviving epics in English. The next age is, of course, the Middle English period from 1066 to 1500. The Norman conquest of 1066 brought significant changes to the English language and literature. French and Latin greatly influenced English during this period. Literature gradually became more refined and diverse. The most celebrated writer of this age is, of course, Geoffrey Chaucer, popularly known as the father of English poetry, whose masterpiece is the Canterbury Tales. Next age is the Renaissance period, 1500 to 1660. The word Renaissance means rebirth. This period witnessed a revival of classical learning, humanism and scientific curiosity. It includes the Elizabethan, Jacobean, Caroline and Commonwealth periods. This is often regarded as the golden age of English drama because of great playwrights like William Shakespeare, Christopher Marlowe and Ben Jonson. The Restoration period, 1660 to 1700. The Restoration began with the restoration of King Charles II to the English throne. Literature became more polished, witty and realistic. Comedy of manners flourished during this period, exposing the manners and morals of fashionable society. Writers such as John Dryden, William Congreve and John Bunyan made significant contributions. The Augustan Age from 1700 to 1750. Named after the Roman Emperor Augustus, this period admired order, balance, reason and classical ideals. It is often called the Age of Pope because Alexander Pope dominated the literary scene. Satire became one of the most important literary forms. Writers like Alexander Pope, Jonathan Swift, Joseph Addison, and Richard Steele enriched English prose and poetry. Next one is the Age of Johnson from 1750 to 1798. This period is named after Dr. Samuel Johnson, one of the greatest critics and lexicographers in English literature. It is also known as the Age of Sensibility because writers increasingly emphasized emotion and nature, preparing the way for Romanticism. Samuel Johnson, Oliver Goldsmith, Edward Gibbon, and Edmund Burke are among its major figures. Next comes the Romantic Age from 1798 to 1832. The publication of lyrical ballads by Wordsworth and Coleridge in 1798 marks the beginning of Romanticism. Romantic writers celebrated imagination, emotion, nature, freedom, and the dignity of ordinary human life. Important poets include Wordsworth, Coleridge, Shelley, Keats, and Byron. The Victorian Age, 1832 to 1901. Named after Queen Victoria, the period reflects rapid industrialization, scientific discoveries, imperial expansion, and social reforms. The novel became the most popular literary form. Great Victorian writers include Charles Dickens, Alfred Tennyson, Robert Browning, Thomas Hardy, and Matthew Arnold. The Modern Age from 1901 to 1945. The Modern Age witnessed the impact of the two world wars, resulting in feelings of uncertainty, alienation, and disillusionment. Writers experimented with new literary techniques such as the stream of consciousness. Major writers include T.S. Eliot, James Joyce, Virginia Woolf, W.B. Yeats, and George Bernard Shaw. The Contemporary or Postmodern Age from 1945 to present. The final period is the Contemporary or Postmodern Age. Literature in this age reflects globalization, multiculturalism, feminism, post-colonialism, technology, and diverse human experiences. Writers challenge traditional forms and explore new voices and perspectives, making literature more inclusive than ever before. These 10 literary ages form the foundation for understanding the entire history of English literature. Once you know the timeline, studying authors, literary movements, genres, and important works becomes much easier. In the coming videos, we shall study each age in detail, its historical background, important features, major writers, significant works, literary movements, and important examination points based on Edward Albert's History of English Literature. Thank you for watching. If you found this video useful, do support Dr. Anu's Literary Caliber by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Kindly don't forget to press the notification bell so that you never miss the upcoming videos in this exciting journey through the history of English literature. Thank you. Happy learning.